Dani, welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel where it's all Juve all the time. That's right. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It's your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. I'm Alberto, and I'm going to hit with the news surrounding La Vecchia Signora to March 5th. Pogba. It keeps coming. So the news surrounding Pogba is that Juventus is working with Mino Raiola to come up with a solution to bring him back to Turin. Max Allegri was asked about Paul Pogba today in the press conference, and he had nothing to say because he says Paul is a Man United player. Yes, we had a great relationship when he was here, but currently he is a Man United player. Remember what Nonmolo said? Remember what we reported that Paulo Nonmolo said? He said Paul Pogba has already got the offer in hand, and this was many weeks ago. So remember what we keep saying. Keep eyes on Paulo Nonmolo and what he says. And you don't even have to worry about it because we bring it to you from all UVcast. We bring you the Paulo Nonmolo drops, and he says as of about 3 weeks ago, Paul Pogba already has an offer in hand. It's just now that Gazzetta and a few others want to start bringing out the news, but Paulo Nonmolo broke it first, that Paul Pogba has an offer in hand. We will, of course, keep eyes on that. Juve is in a transition where they want to bring back the midfield to its glory. Paul Pogba is one of those players that they see helping that, and Sergei Milinkovic-Savic is the other. However, it is noted Lotito from Lazio is extremely hard to deal with. So Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, very, very tough to bring into Juventus and probably won't happen. He's one of the lower percentage players. Now, if it isn't Pogba or Milinkovic-Savic, they look at completely different styles. Then you have the names of Jorginho and Frankie de Jong from Barcelona. So very, very interesting to see. Gravenberch, his name remains as a main target as well. So Jorginho, it must be noted, his contract renewals with Chelsea are at a complete standby. So there you have it. That's a little bit of the rumblings around midfield and some targets this summer. Paulo Dybala, his agent, has landed in Turin yesterday. There is a meeting set in the coming days. The offer will be reduced from what was presented to Dybala back in October, November. So this was also heavily noted, and Arriva Bene even made mention of players that show more faith towards their agents rather than the team. Most likely Dybala is who he's talking about. So there you have it. Arriva Bene also made a strong statement saying that, hey, if this is going to be your agent, this is the offer and we're going to reduce it. So agent fees reduced, annual salary reduced, and the bonus terms reduced by 1 year from 4 to 3. So there you have it. That is apparently what's going to be presented with Dybala. We will get to more on Dybala as we now get into the press conference from Max Allegri ahead of Juve Spezia, which will take place tomorrow, where he gave us a fitness update. It starts with Rugani. Rugani plays tomorrow, okay? Bernardeschi is back fit, but he will not be starting the match. De Sciglio and Dybala are out, okay? So Dybala left training prematurely with issues with the flexor. Frustrating stuff. So the player, according to the player, he was ready, stepped onto the pitch, and apparently there's another issue. But is there really another injury issue? Are we starting to see a breakdown between Dybala and the club? I don't even know anymore because I just almost can't even believe that this injury scenario is true. It's crazy. It's almost like Dybala, every time he steps out on the pitch, we're going to see an injury. So extremely frustrating stuff. Anyways, De Sciglio and Dybala are out. Okay. Vlahovic maybe on the bench tomorrow to start this one, okay? And 84 points for the Scudetto. Max Allegri in the press conference remains that 84 points will be what is required minimum to get the Scudetto, and Juventus cannot reach it. But I'm holding out hope. I don't care what Max says because these top teams are going to drop them. We have the schedules for all 4 remaining teams. We are going to go over it tomorrow on the Matchday Live ahead of Juve Spezia. And now we've got Bonucci and Chiellini out, okay? And that, of course, frustrating stuff. But yeah, Bonucci is having a hell of a time getting back in there. Max Allegri had a lot of other stuff to say. That's kind of the fitness stuff and where we stand. But he did speak highly of Bonucci, saying that, you know what, we have to thank him because he played through a lot in a lot of those minutes. Now he's at a moment where unfortunately he cannot help and play in the lineup, and the others need to step up, as Bonucci gave us a lot when he wasn't well. In terms of Locatelli, Max Allegri praised Locatelli and Artur for how they can play together. Fantastic. We've been asking for so long. I'm glad to hear that he's happy about it. Locatelli continues to praise Locatelli and say this kid's mentality is very, very impressive at how many minutes he's been able to rack up. And he sees him being a Juve player for many, many years because of his mental fortitude. So there you have it. A lot of praise for some of these guys in there. And last but certainly not least, we will give you the probable lineup that should be what Juventus heads out against Spezia with. Szczesny in goal, Danilo, De Ligt, Rugani, Pellegrini across the back with Quadrado, Locatelli, Artur, and Rabiot in the middle, Morata and Keane. Listed as 4-4-2, should be this 3-5-2 setup that we're kind of going to that can head into a 4-4-2 defensive shell. So offensively on ball, 3-5-2. No surprises, nothing crazy. This lineup, it's Spezia, more than enough. We need to get the job done. This 3 Serie A matches this coming stretch in March have to be 3 points, okay? Spezia, Sampdoria, Salernitana, nothing else but 3 points, okay? So, again, hope you enjoyed the news recap for today. Tomorrow morning, we're live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you're here. We're going to get ready for Juve Spezia, and there may just be a watch along tomorrow. That's right, live reactions for the match, okay? We'll talk to you all then. Finoallafine, Forza Juventus. Ciao.